All right, welcome back to the deep dive. So we've got this huge stack of character analysis requests, and we're using them today to settle a big one.
Oh, hi.
We're calling it the Battle of the Synthetic Titans. We're pitting Marvel's The Vision against DC's Amazo.
And I love this matchup because, on the surface, it's just robot versus robot, but it's really not.
No, not at all.
It's a clash of design philosophies. You have the synthezoid, which is like a fixed masterpiece,
Yeah.
against the adaptoid, which is all about infinite evolution.
So our mission is to see who walks away from a fight when they're both at their absolute peak.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's unpack the synthezoid first. Vision. He's not just some tin can, and his origin is, well, surprisingly biological in a way.
It is. He was created by Ultron, sure, but Ultron used the body of the original Human Torch.
From the 1930s.
Yeah.
And he slapped the brain patterns of Wonder Man on top of it. So
Right.
he's built on this, like, World War II android chassis, right?
Right. And that's where the Horton cells come from. You got to think of them as these synthetic biological units that let him be so malleable. It's the key to his main power.
Which is his density manipulation. It's his bread and butter.
He can shunt his mass into some unknown dimension to become...
Intangible, right. Just completely ghost-like.
Yeah.
Or he can do the opposite and become diamond hard.
And that's where his big offensive move comes from, the mile-high max density drop.
I was reading about that. It's just devastating.
Oh, it's a brutal use of physics.
Yeah.
He drops from a mile up, maxes his mass out to like 90 tons, and just hits the ground with the force of a small earthquake.
And that took out Count Nefaria, a guy who goes toe-to-toe with Thor.
It did. And we haven't even talked about the solar gem in his forehead yet, shooting beams at 30,000 degrees.
Okay, but the research points out a pretty big flaw there, doesn't it? The solar gem has finite reserves. He can just run out of juice.
Precisely. He's like a high-performance EV. And that's where you have to compare him to Amazo.
The Aptoid?
Yeah. Built by Professor Ivo, not to be a hero, but to be a predator. His whole thing is reactive evolution. Mimicry.
And this is where it gets kind of terrifying. He doesn't just copy powers. The notes say he can replicate a Green Lantern ring. I mean, how does a machine replicate alien tech just by looking at it?
It's this wild combination of molecular level scanning and just, incredibly high-tier nanotechnology.
Yeah.
He scans a lantern, he internally generates the hard light, constructs himself.
That's insane.
But at his peak, his golden form, he goes way beyond that. He gets into reality warping.
Which brings us to the Oa shifting feat, right?
That's the one. He moved the entire planet Oa, the Green Lantern headquarters, into another dimension because it was in his way.
He just moved a planet.
Moved a planet.
Yeah.
And he's also survived the complete destruction of a multiverse.
Okay, so let's run the simulation then. The power disparity is alarming. Vision is planetary, maybe, and hypersonic. But Amazo.
Well, Amazo just scans the Flash. The second he does that, he taps into the Speed Force. He's faster than light. The fight is already over.
So how does this actually go down? Vision's smart. He's got a supercomputer for a brain. Can he outthink him?
The simulation says no.
Yeah.
And it happens almost instantly. The moment the fight begins, Amazo scans Vision. He immediately copies the Horton cells and the density tech.
So he basically becomes Vision Plus.
Exactly that. He stacks Vision's powers on top of Superman's strength and Flash's speed. It's a medic overload. Amazo adapts faster than Vision can even calculate a new strategy.
And Vision's solar battery will eventually drain.
While Amazo's nanotech stamina is, for all intents and purposes, infinite, he goes intangible to dodge Vision's attacks, then just overpowers him with raw, multiversal force.
So it really feels like Vision is this masterpiece of static design, but Amazo is a monster built specifically to hunt gods.
That's the takeaway. Vision can't change what he is mid-fight. Amazo can.
All right, that pretty much wraps up the battle, but there's one last fascinating little detail from the research I wanted to leave you with.
Oh yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Amazo actually had a really hard time against the villain Solomon Grundy.
That was such a great detail. Grundy is powered by chaos magic, and Ando's logic circuits, they just couldn't process it. It was unscientific. He just froze.
Which just makes you think, right? If you're ever facing a godlike AI powered by pure logic, maybe your best weapon isn't better code. Maybe it's just pure, unpredictable chaos.
Something to think about.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive.